use for ASMR. So, first of all, I'm really excited because I had seen this microphone before, and if you guys actually never heard of this brand, then you should definitely check it out because they are coming with a lot of new products, and they are very affordable, which is one of the main reasons why I was kind of like looking at it. Especially I saw some webcams and stuff like that being really popular on TikTok, and when they approached me with this microphone, I was instantly like, oh, I definitely want to try that. One of the main reasons is I know how hard it might be for people to start their own channels or to just start creating content online. And I feel like one of the hard things to do is to buy equipment, and microphones can be really expensive, like to get a good one. So this microphone, at least in pounds, it comes around 75 pounds. I think in euros it's around like 80-90 euros. So it's pretty affordable for what you get. And let me show you what you get. So I will address the elephant in the room. Yes, this microphone is extremely similar to the Blue Yeti, but there's a lot of differences and I won't be comparing it. I just want to test how this one actually does, and there's a few things that I actually think they did better, so I want to address that. So to start with, this mic is super small, which I love. It doesn't take up much space and it does look amazing. So right now I'm using it in like a stand, but it does come with like its own stand that I will show you in a second. This is a microphone that you can simply connect to your computer. It's USB, super easy to use, and it is super nice for beginners. You simply connect the USB cable to your computer, you're ready to go. You don't need to do anything else, so I like that. Then you also have, so on my side you can't see it, but there's like a mute button, which is very useful for like live streaming and stuff like that. And then there's also a volume button where I can actually like listen to what I'm recording, because you can also connect your headphones, which is a plus. And then in the front you can check these two buttons where basically you have 4 different modes. Right now I'm recording in stereo, but you have 4 different ones to choose from. And then on top you have the gain, which is actually for you to control what you capture with the mic. So it is pretty simple to use. I would say that anyone can basically do it, and it comes ready out of the box, which is definitely great. I want to show you the box because I think this is actually super good, and I was so surprised in a positive way because the box looks amazing, and I wanted to share with you. I do have to compare this one with the Blue Yeti because I feel like FIFINE actually smashed it with the packaging. Blue Yeti comes in like a just normal cardboard box, really simple, and it doesn't have much protection around it. This box is amazing. So it came with a sleeve with stuff about the brand and the mic, but then the box, it's like this, really simple, and it just has like the brand on top. I loved it. I feel like it's so well done, and it's actually super sturdy. I will open it and show you. So you basically just, I don't know if I can do this like that, but you pull it up like this, and the top just comes out. Okay, so then you open it and you have, well, a few basic basic stuff that explains like stuff about the mic. You have the user's guide as well, which is always nice, although you don't really need it as much because it is super simple to use, but anyway, it's always good to have. Then there's like a little sponge just for protection. And oops, when we open it, the mic comes like here in the middle. You can see the stand that it comes with. So it comes with this stand like that. I feel like it is really, really pretty. It's very simple and it's not that heavy. It's just heavy enough to support the mic on a desk or something. So I love that. And there's two specific things that I really, really loved about this. The first one is the fact that they thought about an adapter for the mic stand. I'm currently using a different one, but they actually give you an adapter for you to be able to use different mic stands, which is amazing. Believe me, you will need it. And the second thing that I really, really loved is the fact, and I'm going to compare it to the Blue Yeti again. I know I said I wouldn't, but it's almost impossible. But this is an improvement as well, in my opinion. And it's basically the fact that the stand, you have these little things here, which is basically what goes on the mic, right? And then you have these that go on the outside. So for anyone with a Blue Yeti, you probably know how frustrating it is to remove the Blue Yeti from the stand, because the little pieces are always falling apart, and it's a really, really hard process to do. And especially if you're in a hurry and you just want to put the mic on a different stand, it's awful. And this for me was a major, major selling point. I know it sounds really, really simple, but the fact that they left these little pieces attached, they make all the difference, because then you just put the mic in here and you pop these ones in and you're ready to go. I really love that. So I think about like physical aspect of it, this is all that I had to say about it. I feel like it's a very, very good looking mic, and now I basically just want to test a little bit more the sound, which is the most important thing, of course, at the end of everything. So far you just heard mostly whispering, and at least on my end it sounds pretty amazing. One of the things that I already noticed is that this microphone actually has a really good stereo. I will go to the left and to the right to kind of show you. So if I come to this side, you can actually listen more on this side. And then if I approach this side, you can actually listen to this side, which is pretty good. And then in the middle, of course, the voice just kind of connects, and it sounds pretty good to me. It is slightly harsh for me, the way that the sound passes from one side to another. I feel like it could be slightly smoother. Like when I'm talking here, you can hear my voice through both channels, but if I go here, it automatically changes, and I don't know how I feel about that actually. It might be good, it might be good, it might be good. I don't know, you guys tell me. I feel like it is great for ASMR and for like triggers and stuff, but I'm not like 100% convinced. You guys tell me how it sounds. I also will probably have a different opinion when I edit the video. So if my opinion is like super different, I will let you guys know for sure. Okay, so you've heard whispering, so now it's time to test some triggers. I prepared a few, and it's just like certain things that I usually enjoy to do with these type So that's what we are going to do. The first one that I wanted to try was the mic scratching with different types of like covers and even without the cover. So we'll start there. I right now have this cover on. It is not included with the mic. I had my own already, so I would recommend you to get one because it really helps protecting from any like breathing and stuff like that. So we'll start with the scratching on this one. Let's just test it out. I am so surprised with the way that this mic separates the channels. It's actually so good. And as I said before, I do think it's better for triggers. When I'm talking, sometimes it feels a little bit odd that the sound changes, but for triggers, I feel like it's amazing. I kinda want to try it out without the cover. Also, let's do some close whispers. Close. This is me going super up close. Super up close. Super up close. Close. Now I will remove the cover. I will test the mute button as well. So that works pretty well. You can now listen to the difference between having the cover or not having it. There will be a lot more like breathing, but I will try to be careful. Close. I am not a huge fan of mic scratching, especially not without the covers. But I wanted to test it out because I know a lot of people like it. And I actually think it works quite well on this one. It is pretty okay. Now I want to test it with this fluffy cover. So I'll put it on and let's test. Okay, so fluffy cover on. The voice is again quite different depending on the cover that you use. And again, the covers are not included, so make sure if you buy one of these, I totally recommend you to get some covers for it as well. It helps a lot with making the audio quite like clean. And yeah, it's just so much easier to use it this way. So let's test the fluffy one. Well, it sounds pretty good to me. I also wanted to test it with a brush. sometimes I kind of miss recording with just like a microphone, because now I always use my Rhodes, which is like separate mics, and I don't know, there are certain things that are definitely different. So I'm gonna go back to this cover and we're gonna test the rest of the triggers. Okay, so back to this one. I wanted to test some tapping on different textures. So first one I have is the bread coaster, the toaster coaster. The next one that I wanted to try, I really love the sound of the coaster. I wanted to try this notebook because it has a really lovely texture. I always enjoy it, like the scratching. So let's test this one. I love the sound of this notebook. Then I also wanted to test. This is really just to test a bunch of triggers. I hope you don't find it too chaotic or something, I don't know. I just really love to see how each mic performs in different triggers and stuff like that. So that's the idea of this video. I always feel like scratching is one of the best ways to test the mic, and the reason is because the sound is so consistent, and I feel like you can definitely identify if it's coming from the right or left or both. And I don't know, it's a really crisp sound that I personally love, so I don't know if you love it as much, but I feel like it's a good one to test. And to finish with, I only had like some scissors to test some snip snap sounds. Snip snap sounds. It's really good for like hairdresser role plays and stuff like that. Like trimming your hair or something. So yeah, I definitely wanted to check how this one sounds. These scissors are like not the best, but I like the sound of them. Anyway, I do think that's kind of like enough triggers to test it out. I feel like we got a pretty good idea of how much this mic can do. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty convinced. I loved it, and I'm definitely gonna use it more often. I think that the fact that it is such a small mic, it's gonna allow me to go somewhere else and film like outside my stream guys are interested in buying one of these, I will leave the link in the description box. Also, feel free to ask any questions if you're really interested in the microphone, because I honestly, and I'm being 100% honest here, I do think it's a really good option if you're starting your own channel, or if you're just looking for like a broadcasting or just a mic to be on Discord with your friends. I feel like it's a really good option, and it's really affordable, as I mentioned. So keep that in mind, and I just really wanted to try this and give my opinion to you. So yeah,